Hi, and welcome to Live at 8 p.m. on Facebook each Sunday here with Judy K. And tonight is Sunday, June the 15th, 2025. Happy Father's Day to all you men out there and the men that are daddies, the men that take the place of daddies, and grandpops and everything here and on the other side. They still look over you, they really do. Okay, so I want to say hi from Khufu and Kafra, who are right behind me, my Egyptian posse here. John is down the hall, and Andrew is with us. We might lose Andrew a little bit because he's at a different location tonight, and sometimes the the internet's going off and on for him, but we're good. Oh, thanks, Melissa. Melissa's on here. Hi, Carmen. Carmen and I were chatting a few minutes ago on Messenger because she's been seeing the spiders and she did find the one that what I've done in the past week is all the old lives. They were in on YouTube just as dates. Now on Facebook, they're erasing a lot of the lives. They don't let them stay that long. But if you want to repeat one of the lives, you go to YouTube. So what I have done is I have gone on to each YouTube and I made the subject matter on there. So if you want to see a certain subject that I've done on a live, what you do is you go onto YouTube, you hit live, and then it'll have the list of lives and it'll tell you which it is. Now, of course, it's the whole live. So you just fast forward it to the part that you're looking for. Okay. So everybody's ready for that card pull. Yeah, it's nice that you can rewind, and this way you can go back, like the spider one. Because Carmen was finding some spiders, and I say that spiders will tell you basically what your day is like. They go out a day or two, they can, but that's short term messages that they bring. But believe me, I don't like spiders, and no spider I know has left here if I caught it alive. I'm not saying that, and you can still take care of the spider, but they're still going to be accurate on what's coming to you, whether it be good or bad. All right, so hi everybody, glad to see you. Now about the card pull, remember, if you won in the past 3 weeks, you're ineligible. You do have to be on here when I call your name. If you're not here, you get skipped. And then, too, you can only ask for the card pull once. Andrew will be pulling his names, and he's going to be letting me know who wins. He will be pulling the names. But if you ask more than once, you get disqualified. Okay, just for this week, and then you can start next week. And John's here; he's down the hallway, and it's another rainy day here in New Jersey. All right. So, hi, everybody. Glad you could join us. So, let me do this. We talked about that and we talked about the eligibility. So, let me just make sure I'm going through. Oh, upcoming expos. Now, I know this is a long way out, but the way this year's going, it comes fast. My next expo will be in Woodbridge, New Jersey at the Woodbridge Psychic Fair. It's being put on by New Jersey Paranormal. It is on Saturday, September 20th from 11 to 5. All right. The next one, I will be in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. That is November 8th and 9th, both days 10 to 5. At the historic Ice House in Berkeley Springs, which is a wonderful area. It's a beautiful expo. John and I really like it there. We like both the expos, don't get me wrong. But hey, we're always in Jersey. All right. So now if you'd like a regular reading from me or a healing session or anything like that, remember my office is in Cherry Hill, but I also do remotes, be in FaceTime, Zoom, or phone. You can call to schedule your reading at 856-725-3588 or go to judyk.net, JUDYKAY.net, and you can schedule that. Also, if you'd like to have a psychic party, whether it be a private reading party or a gallery party, just go to my website, okay? Because it is psychic party time. Well, let me see here. The prayer list is really getting long, and it's a shame to see that. Okay. The one thing about the prayer list is a lot of people are having issues right now, and a lot of it is just, it's people's health. and stress at these times. The stress now is ridiculous. All right, and if you're if you're near the wildfires here at the forest in New Jersey, it's hitting a lot of people. It's actually down all the way down to Maryland. So anyway, getting back. Okay, all right. So okay, the date for Woodbridge. Let me see. Woodbridge is September 20th from 11 to 5. Now, let me tell you, I book up so fast at these expos. You do get an expo special price, which is cheaper than my regular price. It's a good amount off. But if you don't pre-book, you can get in, but I can't promise you a reading. At Woodbridge, the doors open. I think it starts it starts at 11 a.m. That's a late start one. And by 12 o'clock, I'm booked for the rest of the day. All right. So if you're going to do one of those, make sure you pre-book with me. All right. Now, let me see. Let me go over to this one. So this week's prayer list. It's a shame there's so many people on it. So we have Mike Tozer. Remember, he passed away a couple of weeks ago. He's Amanda Tozer's father, who is carrying Jen Sanchez's grandchild. So the baby's not born yet, and it's a rough time. And I've talked to Amanda; she's doing pretty good. So if you can please put her and her family on the prayer list. So Carmen Tumayan, she has her health issues, so keep her on your prayer list. Carol Mendocino Booth is going through some tests for health issues. Keep her on. And Jeff, who's going through a few health issues also. Kay Rapp is going through treatments for health issues. Ten Merrick, he's a husband of a friend of mine who's also a psychic medium. He's having medical issues. Dee Gusha, she's also one of the regulars here, health issues, and she's got plenty of them, so don't forget her. And Sandra Coster. Now, Sandra Coster's new. She's one of my clients' sisters, and she's been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So please keep them all on your prayer list. And as long as this list gets, we're just going to try and keep praying that it gets shorter and shorter and shorter. Jen Sanchez. Hi, Gracie. Yes, Gracie is not with us this evening. Gracie has taken time to reflect some of her bad things she's done today. Okay. She's reflecting some of her choices. And yes, she's been a bad girl, and she's with Daddy right now in the other room. How do you pre-book? Well, I'm not taking pre-books now. I'll start taking, let's see, that's in September. Come around September 1st, I'll start taking pre-books for that. Call me. Call me, text me, make sure you get in there. Sometimes, and I only take so many pre-books. I won't fill up on pre-books. It's not fair to the people that walk in the door. And I'm sure you all agree with that. So, I mean, I only have so many pre-books, okay? They should, and one time I was so busy at that expo, John actually booked me to read the last person in the parking lot, which I said, no, I'm not reading in the parking lot. And luckily, she lived across the street. So she took me, and then he drove and picked me up. It's crazy. It's hard to say no to people. It really is. But after I read so many, I've got to stop. All right. It is. I mean, I'm fine doing that. But when I stop, about 20 to 30 minutes later, that's when my energy. So I watch how many I read. All right. Jen Sanchez's kids are reflecting with no electronics. Well, guess what? Gracie's not getting that cell phone we told her about. Anyway, the pendulum class video. Now, the pendulum class video is fantastic. It's nice when you can't get a reading. You can't call me, you can't get in, but you want to know day to day little things. You don't need a whole reading. You want little things. Take out that pendulum, and with my video class, you'll learn how to use this. Now, this might look a little crazy to you, but it's not. This is not your mother's pendulum mat. This one does everything. It goes with zodiac signs, days of the week, numbers. It has everything. Okay. So if you want to take that class, and it's an hour and a half video class, and it's $45, and you get to keep it forever. Okay. So just contact me if you're interested. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, put it on your calendar. Oh, hi, Christina. All right. Oh, that's very nice. You people are so nice praying for everybody, and you really do good taking care of each other. You make me proud that you're on here, and we're a group. It really are a group. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I do have the pendulum mats and the pendulums. If you want to purchase them, you can. I ship them right to you. You get to see your pendulum. You get to pick it out through some pictures. Or if you have your own pendulum, use that one. But the class is with that mat. Okay. Now, this week's subject. The first thing is, you know that we're not only on Facebook, we're also going to be live right now on YouTube. And if you do have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them on there, and it has to do about the subject matter. Now, if I read as everybody knows, if I read the questions and comments here, I get a little bit off track. So I try to stay on track, but I read them later. And if it's something I can answer, I'll either make a note to answer it the following week, or I'll answer it there. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Oh, you're ready to take off from Honolulu, Stephanie. La la, you go, girl. That's nice. That's wonderful. I remember you saying that. Okay, now this week's subject. So remember, we have that. This week's subject is really something different, and it's extremely interesting. But what I thought about, where did I get the idea for today's subject? I was actually in Mass with John today. Now, remember, I said I go to Mass. I tell you we're Catholics, but I read people that are in different religions. I actually seen visions of gods from other religions, and that is fine. I do say we will all be holding hands and singing Kumbaya at the end. Remember, I told you also about that, and I was up in Manhattan and I was ready walking to a lecture. Spirit told me, you're not speaking about that typed up piece of paper you have today. You're talking about you're born in a religion for a reason. So realize you're born in your religion for a reason. Now you're welcome to change it if you want. You can change it a couple times. That's totally fine. I've been in many, many different churches, okay? And that's fine. That's where I learned a lot. But what I did is I actually got this at church today. And what am I talking about? Oh, let me see. Let's see. I want to make sure I caught everything. Okay, we're good. What it is, and the priest was talking today about St. Augustine, and not the town. I like the town too in Florida. That's nice too. St. Augustine. That is St. Augustine because it was the first church in America. But the one thing is, I should correct that. It's the first Catholic church in America. What he said was St. Augustine had seen an angel. An angel appeared to St. Augustine. Now, and angels appear to a lot of different people. They have. But when we see an artwork or we read stories about it, it looks like they're talking about the angels in the artwork in the churches, or artwork, that we've seen throughout our life, or seraphim and things like that. But as I always say, your spirit guides are angels, but they're a different type of angels. I said angels are like the military. So many different sections, so many different levels. All right. But what was really interesting when I looked it up afterwards, um, the word angel actually means that is their job. It's a position that they hold. Isn't that interesting? So when you said, hold on, I got to find today's paper because I want to make sure I do this. Ah, here we go. Angel is a job title. I never looked at an angel as a job title. Remember, I always said to me, a lot of people say, oh, what's your spirit guide's name? I want to know my spirit guide's name. And my mother and my grandmother-in-law, who had the gift, never told me to ever do that. They said, you say my spirit guide, angel, and things like that. It's the God to know the angel's name. Now, I'm not talking about St. Michael, the archangel, and Gabrielle, and everything like that. That's totally different. But remember, so many different levels. So it's a job title. Now, what our question here on with the angels things, have you ever encountered one? Oh, that's a little something different. Have you ever encountered an angel? Now, remember, we're not talking about the angels that look like art, that are in the artwork. We're not talking about angels on an angel pin. We're talking about the job title angels. They all have a job title. Have you ever seen one? Think about that. You can see an angel that looks like a person. And did it happen to me? Yes, it did. And I didn't forget it. It happened a number of years ago. How many years? I'm going to say the one I'm going to talk about tonight probably happened, I'm going to say 15 years ago, around there, maybe 14, maybe a little bit more. Okay. It was way more than 10 years. All right. And it can happen to you. And this is what happened to St. Augustine. It happened quickly. It looked like a person, and there was interaction. So, did you ever, and you might have to think about this for a couple of days, maybe, and I don't think it's something that happens that common, but you can be someplace and all of a sudden a person appears in front of you. It doesn't mean that you weren't walking towards them or something. It just, this person appears and they come towards you or they come to interact with you. Now, the reason that I hesitated on speaking on this is because I don't want to give anybody any ideas to get themselves in a situation that might not be the smartest. So be very careful. So I'm going to tell you the whole story. And then I want you to always remember, there's a lot of crazy people in this world. I'm going to go back. About 20 some years ago, I used to go to the Academy of Music a lot. I've always been a dancer, and I wanted to go to the Academy, and I had season tickets at the Academy Theater for the Pennsylvania Ballet, and I felt bad for the homeless people there. So one day, I took money and I had it in my hand after I parked the car to go give it to a homeless person sitting there on the side street. Well, that homeless person, what they said, I couldn't repeat. It was so disgusting and vulgar. No, they did not get the money, and I couldn't get anywhere near them. So after that, I realized, don't do that, Judy. I could have put myself in danger, who was with me in danger doing that. So that's why I'm being careful. But let me tell you what happened with the angel. Where was I? I was actually coming out of Sam's Club. Believe it or not, it was a nice day, and I was leaving Sam's Club, and I was walking to my car. I saw this young girl. She had, like, I'm going to say, like a blondish type hair, looked like a normal girl, petite size, and walking around. And she was by my car. She wasn't like leaning on my car, but there was going to be interaction as I was walking to her. And as I saw her, she said hi, and she goes, "I need to catch the bus. Can you please give me some money for bus fare?" And normally, I'm a little tough, especially what happened to me in Philly. Not, I can't, I'll take for, okay, she's a girl and she was probably in her 20s, but I'm still going to be careful because, as you know, when you take your wallet out, they'll grab your wallet and run with it. So you have to be careful. I want all of you to be safe. That's the most important thing. I want you all to be safe, but I want you to hear the story. So I walked towards my car and she says hi, and she asked me if I had any money for bus fare. And she says, "I'm going to catch the bus over there." Well, a bus doesn't stop there. I know where I'm at. The bus doesn't stop where she said it stopped. I said, "Oh, are you?" And something told me, this girl's different. This girl is different. And I thought, you know what? I am going to get my wallet out and I am going to give her some money, which I did. I gave her the money. She said, "Thank you." She walked past me. Now, watch my hands. She walked past me like that. I turned my head and that girl was gone. Absolutely gone. And that's what happened to St. Augustine. When you look and all of a sudden they evaporate. So, what it was actually was a test for me to see if I would be kind. Sometimes I'm not kind with that because you have to have self protection. You do. I'm not telling. I want you all to take care of yourselves. But notice how that angel, and that's when I knew she was an angel. So when I looked and she was gone, I thought, wait a minute. And I'm looking in cars, I'm looking around and behind, but she couldn't have been. She vanished. And that was an angel. Isn't that amazing? All those years. And I've only told that story a couple of times, but it's an important story. And sometimes it's maybe when you tell it. All right. So, what I want you to think about is, have I ever seen an angel? These aren't the angels that are, say, as I said, Saint Michael or, Gabriel coming, with his horn or whatever. These are ones that work with the people, excuse me, here on earth. The little people like us. And that's what we are. We're little people. Okay? So be safe, be kind, and you'll know it. And when will you know? You'll know when you know something's different about this one. All right? And she disappeared in thin air. I didn't even have time to turn my body around and she was gone. Yeah. Oh, let me see. Jennifer says, Ethan has always, since he could walk, gives what he can to people. He asked me to give his happy meal. Oh, isn't that sweet? You got good kids there, Jen. Yeah, and and it is nice. And it is, but you still got to be careful. But Ethan's a big boy now, so I'm not worried about Ethan. But you ladies out there, just be careful. But I guess I got a few brownie points that day, but I didn't do it for brownie points. I thought, okay, you can lie to me where the bus stop is, but for some reason, I'm going to give this to you. All right. So let me just go down. Let's see. I think we got everything. So, as I said, you'll know something that's different. So I hope I taught you something today with what's today's lesson? Look for the good in people, because in some people it really is there. All right. And be ready. If God loves you, God will test you. No, it is. God will test you. You'll see things. And did he have to test me? No, but I'm glad I passed. All right. Oh, yeah. Look for angels now. It doesn't happen a lot, but it can happen. And you know what? Besides St. Augustine today, I heard somebody, and I can't remember who it was talking about something, and they were telling me a story, and I said, "Well, that was an angel," and that was the second time it come. So it's nice. And if you see them, you have to be blessed. You have to be blessed to see them, but you don't have to be blessed. You're blessed if you see them or you don't see them. Why did it happen to me that day? I'm not really sure, but it doesn't really matter, does it? All right. Let's see. I've encountered being tested. Um, yeah, okay. Yeah. You have to put up boundaries. You're absolutely right. That's why I questioned myself about doing this as a subject, but it's an important subject. You do have to have your boundaries. You can't you can't, what do they call that? You can't be a crash dummy. Okay. So protect yourself, but just always be nice about that, which I know you all are. Remember I said earlier, oh, Diane says she's seen her own angels. Yeah, absolutely. Right. So they're there, and be thankful that they surround you, and realize that there are so many, just like I say with the military. It's the only way I can think to describe it. Okay, and we're all good. Well, guess what I think? I think it's time for the tarot pool. And don't forget, after the tarot pool, we're doing the healing. All right. So, when I was going through the lives with putting in the subtitles, so Carmen could find the spiders today. It was a lot of fun, and I went, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even know I did so many." But the lives only started when Andrew was with me and has me on StreamYard, so I'm doing it live here on Facebook and live on YouTube. Okay, but remember, they're only on YouTube. Okay, but they're very 24/7. Okay. And don't forget, there you can watch the healings. Just because you don't see the healing, don't mean you can't get healed by an old healing. It really can help. Oh, wait a minute. What you say? I've heard my guides, but haven't seen them yet. Um, a lot of times it's telepathic. People get confused. I really do. I mean, and I didn't realize it was so much. If you hear them telepathically and not audible, it's the same thing. They can speak telepathically just as good. All right. Carmen's got me laughing about the spiders, what you just read. But it's the same. Think of it as Star Trek. Remember Star Trek and Spock was doing the mind thingy? It was still a conversation. Now, I'm not saying Star Trek, but I'm just saying if you have an audible that's not really an audible, but it's a telepathic audible, it still is good. Same thing. Okay? All right. Yeah, don't try to clarify things too sharply. Um, it's just like, was it a real girl or was it an angel that I saw at the parking lot? hmm Well, it proved to be an angel. But you can't keep questioning that. Like when I walked up to her and she asked for money, just say, "Oh, are you real?" I didn't say that to her. I just want to let it go. So do the same thing. Just keep letting it flow. Let it flow. Let it. Actually, answered me and I asked her something in my head. She realized she did it and looked like, oh yeah, see what I mean, Jen? Yeah, Maria. If you read that Jen just Maria did it. It's the same thing. Audibles and telepathic audibles are the same. All right. So, oh wait a minute, I gotta get the names. I didn't get the names. Okay. If you're on here, now remember, a lot of people have gotten confused. If you want the tarot card reading, texting me on Messenger or anything is not going to get it. You do have to write it here on these comments or you don't get included. I have nothing to do with it. That's just the rules. All right. So I don't know if somebody did, but I got a few texts here. So I'm just, wait a minute, where am I? Oh, I was doing good. I was on the wrong week. Somehow or other rolled up instead of rolled down. Hold on. All right, hold on. Okay. Okay, hold on. Christine Ruida, Melissa Frederick, and Shirley Emerson. You are our winners. Look like I actually can read my handwriting this week. Okay, you are winners tonight. Please let us know. Oh, Vicky, what happens when I start? Or I start at 8, and in the first like 10 minutes, get on here and ask to be included in the tarot poll. Now, if you don't put that in the comments, they won't just put your name in just for being in here. So what you have to do is ask for that, and then Andrew is going to be picks the names every week, but he does it like this with everybody's name. So it's actually Spirit Guide that actually picks the name, and you have to be here. Excuse me, because if your name is picked, if you're not here, I don't do you. Okay. Thanks. And now, Christine Rueda, Melissa Frederick, and Shirley Emerson. Let me know. Do you want general, finances, health, romance? What can I get you? Okay, Shirley wants general because I'm only doing 3 cards. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. We'll always answer you. If I don't, somebody else on here will. Let's see. And I need Melissa Frederick and I need Christine. Wait a minute. Did I do that wrong? Hold on. Okay. Christine Rueda, I need you to put down, do you want general, health, moving, finances, or romance? I got Shirley as general and Melissa Frederick. If you're still on here, I need your answer too, sweetheart. Oh, there's Melissa. Okay, general. All right, let's see if and Christine, what would you like, sweetheart? All right. Well, Christine was here like a couple seconds ago. So if she doesn't answer, I'll still do it. Okay. All right. Hold on. Oh. Christine, come to think of it, I met you about 18 years ago? I think. I believe. Yeah. I think I read you about 18 years ago. All right. Okay. All right. Let me see. Spirit's not telling me how. So I'm going to put Christine down as general. All right. And don't forget, after this, we'll do the healing. All right, let me get the cards set up. And I don't know if I told you, but I'm going to be starting a new YouTube show. This will include the cards. It'll be very interesting. I did like doing my timing is everything. Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. So what's going to happen here is it's not, I'm going to say this week, but I don't know if it's going to start. I'll put it out on Facebook and everything when I do start it in email. Okay. General to ancestors, Roman generals romance. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right. All right. Let me see who Spirit wants me to do first. Christine, I really enjoyed that one. That was good. Okay. Okay. This is Shirley. Oh, okay. All right, Shirley. Oh, this is pretty nice. First thing you start with is the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands I really like because the Queen of Wands thinks with her heart and her head equally. The Queen of Cups, sometimes it's too much heart, and the Queen of Swords can be a little bit too much business. So I really like the Queen of Wands. You got the Queen of Wands with the Seven of Wands with the Strength, which means what this is saying to you, because this is the general pull, it says you bring everything to the table, Shirley, and that's the Queen of Wands. You're sensible. You can be funny then. You're sensible, but you're a very giving person. And then the Seven of Wands, and I'll just show you the artwork on on this Egyptian Seven of Wands. It shows you're going over the water and the gators are under you, the crocodiles in Egypt. But anyway, what you do is you'll get through, no matter what, nothing's stopping you and you're moving forward. And then the final card is the Strength card. So that's very nice, which means no matter what obstacle you have, you're going to get through it. So why did Spirit give you this today? Well, Spirit gave it to you because now that's the green light to go forward, pedal to the metal, just be your regular kind self. That's right, because you're the queen. Right. And you can just get it. So that to me, nice free flow. All right. Next, we're going to do Christine Rueda. Oh my God, my mouth's not working. This happened last week too, didn't it? Okay, hold on. Okay, Christine's. All right. All right, Christine, they're saying that if you do want love, and it's funny because thank you, General Romance. All right. I like the Roman. If anybody looks up, she had something to do, the first one, because you know how it is if you speak to text or you're texting, and you know how spell check is. The first one said General Ancestors Roman General Romance. I thought that was very interesting, and I would have bought that book to read it. But anyway, what it said that all your life you've been very loved. And you got the Four of Wands for that. All of your life you've been very loved. The next card you got is that romance is around you. But what the next card says, it's the Eight of Wands, which means you're going to have to pick through them. Okay. Which means no, maybe. I'll try that one. That's what it is. So they're not saying that the romance is going to hit you immediately. What they're saying is there's ones to pick through and do a good job. And I see you doing a good job here picking through that. So yes, there's romance, but weed out the wackos. I know the autocorrect's a killer. I should get a T-shirt with that as a question that I get asked. That was cute. That was really cute. You couldn't try that. Nobody could try that and get it like that. Okay, Melissa Frederick, it's your turn. All right, and we're doing general. Let me see here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, all right. I got it. Okay. And they want one more. Okay, I got you. Okay, Spirit told me to pick an extra. Now, I always pick three, but if they tell me to pick an extra one, I will, and I did. All right, always listen to your spirit guides. All right. What they said here, Melissa, is you've really gotten through some stuff, and you've gotten through some hard times. And then they said that you have this mother influence with you. And there's something, can I ask you a question, Melissa? And I hate to do, Melissa, sweetheart. I did a live a while ago where during the healing, a young man came in. Was that for you, Melissa? If you could just answer me here in your comments. Yeah, that's right, Shirley. Christine, can you answer me? I'm okay. I don't say her. Okay, so I'm going to go through with your cards here. So what I have you been through some pretty hard things, but oh, okay. I didn't think of it. If anybody knows me, I'm horrible with names, and don't ask me numbers. I can talk to your spirit guides. Melissa, I'm so sorry, but now it makes sense. I'll show you your cards. The first card I got for you, remember I said you've been through something very difficult. Neiman, I keep forgetting here. So that's your difficult situation, but you got through it. Well, we don't really have a choice to get through things like that, do we? The next thing it says here, right here, you're a very good mother. This is the Queen of Hearts. So the Queen of Hearts has she's very good mommy, all right? And that's what you were. But this is why when I saw this card, that's why I had to ask it. It was an odd question to ask somebody that it didn't appear to. So I'm glad it's you, but it's like there's a card, and this card is it's not as bad as it looks. When I teach the tarot, I call that card the chains that bind, otherwise known as there's something you can't get away from. And that's the situation. But, sweetheart, you got an excellent card here. Melissa, just so you know, Jen Sanchez lost a son too a few years ago. Okay. So it's a hard thing, but she gets through it. She still has her ups and downs. And right here, you have the Sun card. Now, the Sun card is a major arcana card. So, what it's saying to you is happiness ahead. Okay, Melissa? Happiness ahead. Hi, Diane. How are you? Diane Lopresti's on here. You've been feeling better, honey? I know you had a time of it. All right, Diane, I don't have you on our prayer list. I don't know if you wanted me to add you or not. So just let me know privately if I can. So now's the time to start the healing. I'm so glad you joined us tonight and everything. And, again, make me feel comfortable that the subject I chose, you're going to listen, and always be careful. Careful is the most important thing you can be in this world. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. She's Jen Sanchez is a wonderful person, Melissa. She really is. All right. So let's get down to the healing. Now, remember, and I have to do this because we always have new people on here. If you'd like to receive the healing, palms up. If you'd like to just sit and watch and say, what the heck is she doing now? Palms down, which means it's not really going to infiltrate you. Okay. So if you just want to watch out of curiosity, just put your palms downward. And if you want to receive, palms upward. Okay. Light switch on, light switch off. Now, if you can put your feet flat on the floor, that's excellent. Why is it excellent? Well, one, it grounds you. Grounding is very, very important. And all those crystals that you bought over the years, where the heck did they come from? The ground. So just think how much this is going. All right. So yeah, Shirley, I didn't add you, sweetheart, because I know it wasn't that far from now. So just yeah. Shirley's awful wonderful person too. Okay. All right. So here we go with the healing. Now I'd like your hands in your lap, and I need loosey goosey. If you stiffen up and everything, how's that healing supposed to get in there? All right. Now remember, I just do general healing. This isn't supposed to be for anybody in particular. It's not supposed to be anything particular. But if, and this is what happened with Melissa's son, he came in, so I'd see him during one of these. So if it happens, it happens. But when I do my lives, I am a psychic medium, but I don't do my psychic medium work on the lives. So if they come in, it's a separate thing that spirit guide said, yo, this is what's happening. All right, here we go. All right, so I want you to relax. I want some relaxed breathing, and everybody pray that little Gracie turns into a good girl, and mommy and daddy aren't mad at her anymore. If you don't know, she was on last week, and she's a Maltese, but she's 10 years old. Okay, and she just came here last week. All right. Just relax and breathe. All right, here we go. Okay, and accept the healing. It's just healing of health. Somebody's having some lung issues. It could be from this fire, and in the state forest around here, it's bad. But Spirit's got me clearing out some lungs here. All right, and everyone inhale and exhale real hard, and blow it out. All right, and I'm going to continue. Just keep your eyes closed if you can. That way, you're more relaxed. Spirit's saying somebody's having trouble using their hands. They're not real bad, but they're getting to the part where they're stiff, and I think the fingers aren't listening that well. And Spirit is asking me to put some extra healing into the hands, and I'm doing that now. This is a lady's hands. That's it. That's it. And everybody inhale and exhale. Now we're going into general with everyone. We'll do calming, and feel the love. Feel the love. Feel the love of the world. Feel love, happiness. Feel love, happiness, and contentment. It is good. It is good to be here. And everyone exhale and open your eyes. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining in tonight. I lost my dad and we lost kids. Okay. Okay. Lauren, sweetheart, I only have Lauren E. I'll put on that. It'll go on for next week. Anybody else that sees that, let me put it on here because sometimes things get so crazy after a live. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Stephanie said, Well, I'll keep my feet on the bottom of the plane." Oh my gosh, I'm scared of heights, but on a plane I'm okay because I'm sitting. Oh my God, that's funny. You have a safe trip and I enjoy yourself, sweetheart. All right. Oh, Diane says she's feeling better. Oh, she wants to be on there. Okay. All right. I got to do it now. I'll forget. If I didn't mention you, I'll go through the comments later. Remember, even after tonight, if you want to comment, go on YouTube, comment it on there. Sometimes I see it faster. All right. Hi, everybody. And I'll see you next Sunday at 8 p.m. Okay. Bye for now.